Well, I think one of the biggest challenges was that the financial strains that we went through. We were trying to grow. We were trying to get the resources we needed. We were in a space crunch. We were in a financial crunch. Economics talks about allocating scarce resources, and that's literally what it was. Over the 12 years that I was in the provost's office, well, we had revertments, they were called, for about 10 of those 12 years. And what would happen would be that the legislature would always vote last on the budget for higher education. And if they didn't have enough resources, then the JLBC staff would always overestimate the amount of tuition revenue that we were going to get in order to make up for the appropriation that we were supposed to get, knowing full well that we would never get it. And so when we didn't have as much money coming in from tuition, and the legislature hadn't appropriated as much as what we thought they were going to, or what they should have, in my opinion, then about mid-year we had what was called a revertment, and we'd have to go back and cut budgets. And some years we had to cut as much as $10 million back from the budget. Well, by the time you get to the middle of the year, it was very difficult for us to cut the budgets back because commitments had been made for all year long. The faculty had been hired. Commitments had been made to faculty associates. The students were there. And that was one of the greatest challenges that we had, having to continually hold back resources. And so finally, toward the end of that period, we began to withhold some of the resources in anticipation of the revertments that we thought were inevitable, so it didn't make such a negative impact on the departments to try to come up with money at the last minute. So.
Which years were those, sir, that the revertments took place?
What
years are we talking about?
Okay, between 1979 and 1991, there were revertments, I believe, for about 10 out of those 12 years that I was in the provost's office.